Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is David Novak. Grix at Grix Etc. has done a new tag, invented a tag titled the Book Not Written tag, in which he talks about a book that he would like to see written, which so far as he knows has not been. It's a very interesting video. I will put a link to it in the description below. Initially, I was thinking that I would not partake of the tag because I usually am not so good at this kind of what if question. My imagination does not run along those lines. But I've just come off of watching Steve Donahue's version of the tag, in which he comes up with 10 books that he would like to see. And I thought, well, if Steve can come up with 10, the very least I can do is one. So to start with, well, mine will not be things that have not been written so much as things that have not been compiled. And to bore everybody who is tired of hearing me bringing up the ancient historian Moses Finley on my channel, all I can say is you may have to skip ahead a little bit. I'm going to come up with a couple of books, but the first pertains to Moses Finley. I would like to see his complete writings and papers. In the old days, you could find such books pertaining to almost about everybody. I had a friend who owned the complete writings of Abraham Lincoln, and after she passed, I was in a position where I could have claimed possession of all of those volumes, and I decided to let it go. I am a Lincoln fan, but space considerations prohibit my taking on that kind of a burden, if you will. So Moses Finley has meant the world to me, and there is a compilation of various essays that he did. Ancient Society, I think it's called. And it's very good, but there are other essays that he wrote out there. And more than that, I would like to see his letters. I would like to see everything. I believe he did radio shows. Let me see his scripts as well. I'd like to see a full volume set. And barring that, or along with that, I would like to see a biography. I always say that I don't care for biographies, but when I'm interested in a figure, I would like to see a biography. So I'd like to see that happen. I don't expect it will. I read the papers of Charles Sumner and or the letters, and also the other one, Thaddeus Stevens, both of those. And to get a hold of those books now, it's exorbitant and very frustrating. I suppose that such a thing as Finley's would, if it could come into existence at all, would have to be online, and I doubt there would be any sort of a market for it, a market of one. So it's wishful thinking. The other book that I would like to see, look at this book with no title on the front page. Kind of an odd thing. This is a Library of America book, and this is the book that I would like to see, the John Brown Anthology. So this says great writings on his life and legacy from 1860 till now. I don't know if he was written about earlier than that, but I'd like to see everything. And in addition to writings of contemporaries on the great man, I would like to see all of the interviews which he gave before his execution compiled in one place. So start out with a preliminary section, all of the interviews, and then add writings by contemporaries, and then add writings by posterity. I think such a book is not outside of the realm of possibility. This, of course, was for Abraham Lincoln. I once had occasion to suggest such a book to Library of America, but have never seen such a thing. When I was in school, they went to great pains to try to teach us about John Brown, that he was a crazy person, a nut job, a aberrant figure. And it turns out that was not the case. I would like to see everything pertaining to him in one volume. Thank you, Grix, for inventing this tag, and I will leave it there. Thank you very much for stopping by my channel.